Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. How you guys doing today? I was working on some spring ephemera and I thought, you know what, y'all might want to come along. And just in case you do, first off, thank you for wanting to visit. This is chatting and crafting because I'm a talker, okay? If you're new to the channel and that's not your thing, you can fast forward through me. I've got 3 different ones that I'm working on, but we're working with circles, okay? And this is one of my punches. This is a Martha Stewart older punch. I think I got this 6 years ago at Tuesday morning. And then my other one that I've been using is, oh boy, this has this on it. EK Tools. And this one is 2 1/4 inch circle. I use that one a lot. Especially with my gnomes. And then the last thing that I was using, oh boy, I've got stuff on top of it. It's a nesting die from Sizzix. Okay, and that we'll get to later. The first one is pretty simple. Several, as you see, I punched out the purple, and then I punched out 2 different greens. I'm trying to use up my scraps. I don't know where the purple paper's from, but the green is the Paper Studio, Hobby Lobby. And I wanted to do the green because, to me, when I think of spring, I don't just think of flowers and the bulbs, you know, coming out of the earth, those gorgeous flowers that come out of bulbs. I don't just think of that, but when I look outside and I think of spring, I just see green. You know, the grass is coming up. Excuse me, the leaves are budding. You know, it's beautiful, isn't it? That's my favorite season, personally. And so, anyway, the first 2 I did, and I'm leaving them simple. You know, normally I would come in with either my markers or my colored pencils or something and do something here, but I thought, you know what? They're so pretty as a silhouette, and these dies come from, and these do too, and the ones we're going to be using, they come from Amazon. And so it was a matter of just cutting the papers that I'm working on. See, there's yellow on the back of that one, pink on the back of that, just to have that little peekaboo of color. Plus, as you know, when you're dealing with several, gluing them together, it's more sturdy. The cardstock, nice and sturdy. Ephemera, I like. And I think of these either on the front of a card or as a tuck spot in a journal. Oh, there's 100, you all know, tons and tons you can do with these. So this is the one I thought we could do together. And if you're interested in these dies, I'm pretty sure if you put in wildflowers, maybe, because this is, to me, this looks like heather to me, or I mean, yeah, heather to me. So, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I think of liatris at first, but I'm pretty sure it's heather. And I want to put these 2 like this. I've already got that in mind, you know, to have them like so. Or maybe even the other one. How did I have them? Or maybe just to go like this and like that. Yeah, that's even, yeah, let's do that. And this one, this paper that I cut this one out of, that has like the sheen on that is gorgeous. It's like pearlized. But this one, just to give it a little more dimension, I'm going to come with my distress ink and old paper and just go over it a little bit. And what I do is I get out, this is my book that I usually use my glue stick over, but I also do it on this to try to save my surfaces a little bit. And just to give it, you know, just a little bit of shading. On the bottom of the leaves a little. And I usually like, let me see if I can put my hand over that so that I don't get it. No, that's not going to work. As you see, I have large hands. Let me see if I can put just, let me get a piece of scrap paper here. There's my yellow one. Go like so, because I don't want it on the white. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just trying to get it on the bottom of the leaves. It's showing up some, but not immensely. I've already asked you all this. Please explain to me why this color of green is old paper. That's the name of it. I don't get it. I don't remember old paper being this color green. Oopsie. Try not to do that with these frail die cuts. Ooh. And I just, when it came to the center of that one, I just wanted to pull out the yellow and pollen. So what I did was I just cut it out myself. I just, you know what I mean? I just thought it wouldn't be an oval. So make it in close to an oval shape and then just cut around it where it would look more like a daisy center, you know? That's what I did there. And, okay. So, I'm pretty sure I had them. Have you ever done that? You had them like you wanted them, then you forgot what it was? Because I kind of want the daisy to touch the heather a little bit, just a little bit, you know. So let's try that. This glue in this bottle, that's barely art glue. And I know I've already asked how you all are doing. Are you all working on many projects, or are you doing spring cleaning? I did some the other day, cleaning my, I don't think I needed that. Cleaning my cabinets, kitchen cabinets. Oh my word, y'all. I was a little bit surprised at how, I'm going to push that down just a little, at how dirty they were. I didn't think, I mean, they weren't filthy, but you know what I mean. I was like, well, uh-oh. But I guess if you do, if you do quite a bit of frying, and I'd love to tell you that we don't eat fried food, because it's not good for you. We try to do better oils, and we try to do stuff like that. So I guess I need to go over here. And yes, you can see this is on one of my Dollar Tree. I cut this out of one of my scraps of my Dollar Tree index cards. I don't know why I want to go to the end so desperately. Isn't it fun when you use your scraps up? If, you know, do you all agree with me, or are you like, nah, it's no big deal? because, you know, as paper crafters, we want to save so many of them. Yeah, I did that little section there that wasn't necessary. Okay. So, there are those that I'm happy with, and like I said, they can go on so many things. And I'm going to try to put those like, maybe like this. Okay, and then another one that I've been working on is this style. And this paper, let me put things, you should see this desk. It would be funny if it didn't look so hideous. Oh, well, I've got stuff on top of that too. It's called Barnyard Friends, and this is the decorative paper by the Paper Boutique. And I thought I was getting, it comes in so many different pads, you know, like one for the background, one for the cutouts, one for, you know, that kind of thing. And I got basically what is the backgrounds, but you know me and checks, so I like it. And so I thought we'd work on this one as well. And I've done a lot of things already to just cut down with time, because as if you've been here before, you know my videos are rather long. So here we go with this one. So I've already die cut my circle. That's the Sizzix die, nesting die. Excuse me. Then I've already done this one, which is the next one in the nesting die. And I'm going to go around this. Haven't done it yet. Nope. I don't know why I didn't do that, because this is rather boring for y'all. It's like, oh, gee, corn, that's exciting. Snoozeville. I didn't go around the other one yet either. Okay, and this is the Kitsch Flamingo. Tim Holtz's. And going to the old paper again. And I can't press down too hard, because hopefully it's showing up. The stitching looks like zigzag and straight stitch there. So, but I definitely want the white edge to, personally, you know, you don't have to do this at all. I just like the white edge to go by most of the time. Not all the time. Sometimes I'm fine with it. It's just isn't one of those times, because I want it to show up more. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead, hold this paper. As you see, I'm holding it like this, not bending it, but a little bit, in the center, so that I won't mess up my die cut. Okay, so we've got it. Alrighty, my hand, they're already gluey. Ugh. I didn't mind it for the longest time, and now I'm like, I don't like it. So, and what I do, because, you know, my polka dots are hiding, and I like polka dots and checks together very much. So I try to put this on here the way I want it. So, you know, I fiddle around. How many is showing here? That one's at the top. I kind of like it like that. Alrighty, that's going to be the winner. And so we'll glue this on. So it was real cute the last time I did a craft and chat and craft. What was real cute is I had several of my subbies say, Corn, I know the skirt story because you've already told it to us, but there might be some new subscribers that want to hear it. Well, it has to do with not having tons of money, but liking, you know, certain skirts and tops and stuff like that that maybe, you know, your family can't afford, but you would really like to have one. So what my mama would do would take me, let me see, am I in the middle? Close. My mama would take me to several towns over, and they were known, it's horse country, it really is, it's horse country. They actually still do the hunt there, and I personally, this is my own opinion now, I personally don't agree with that. I love foxes, and I don't like to see that, but, you know, I'm not them. So, anywho, so Mama, oh no, my sleeve just hit one of my pieces of ephemera and knocked it in the floor, y'all. And I have to get it off this floor because I do not want my feet on it. I'm going to put it over here. Now, okay. Oh, back to this. So Mama takes me over 2 towns over. It's pretty posh, I'm not gonna lie. We didn't put on our Sunday best, and in those days you did. You still really dressed up for church. And to be honest, God doesn't care what you wear, but at those days and times, my mama did. She would not, oh my goodness, I don't know how she would have reacted to jeans at church. But I think it's really cool, as long as, you know, if you're there and that's your thing, then who cares what you put on, you know? That's my own opinion again. So anyway, back to where we're driving. Well, Mom's driving and driving. Of course, it takes gas, especially if it's not right around the corner. And we go in, and oh, the clothing in this store is gorgeous. It really is. And I'm thinking, you know how you do. You know, if you, and I was a teenager, you know, if you go into any store and you don't have tons of cash, and Mama said, we're just looking. And the sales associate came over, and Mama did say, we're just looking, thank you very much. And so we were just looking, you know, and I'm going to interrupt myself. I got this, I think, at a thrift store. Sometimes I would get my eyelash trim at thrift stores, which I think is pretty sweet. Oh, and I did, this has a white background, this paper, but I did 2 punches and to make it nice and thick, because I do put it up on foam, in case you're wondering. And I want to see if I have enough to go around here. Okay. Alrighty. So, back to Mama. So, we're just looking. We were just looking. We had no intentions of buying, but we were looking. And so Mom's like, what do you think of this? And what do you think of this? And she never called me corn, so there's no way I'm going to say Mama said corn. Because there ain't no way she would ever call me corn, even though the name that I have was not my first name. Another one of my names, she gave it to me that has that word in it, but she would have never. No, because she would have said, you have a beautiful name. Don't call yourself corn. Wait a minute, how do I want this? Is this going out the way I want it? Yeah, okay. Because as you know, you want your little hairs, is what I call eyelashes. Don't do that. Don't do that, rascal. To go a certain way. even sometimes when they don't want to go at all. So she's pulling out skirts and pulled out a few blouses, but I wasn't really interested. And I'm like, that's pretty and that's pretty, but a lot of it I thought, you know, as a teenager, and this is the very early 70s, I just wasn't, or as we said back in those days, I just wasn't digging it. Now, some of y'all my age are laughing, but anybody here that's young is like, what the heck is that? I just, you know, didn't fall in love until Mama, or maybe I picked it up. I'm not sure which one, because like I said, this is a long, long time ago, y'all. Many moons ago. So, picked out this white skirt, okay, and it's A-line, because that's what was popular. And so, unfortunately, if you wanted something that wasn't popular, and I didn't always have to have popular stuff. I wasn't one of those that was into trends and stuff like this. And to be real honest, this skirt wouldn't be that popular with people my own age. But I just fell in love with it. I just fell in love. And I can't draw it for y'all because that'll take even more time. But what it was a white skirt, A-line, and it had the front of horses drawn, and they weren't realistic horses. They were, you know, like cute, but not too cute, if that makes any sense. Horses in the front, you got to see the front of them, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It was either 4 or 5. And then in the back, when the person would turn around to leave, it was the back of the horses. And the manes in the front, their manes were braided. And in the back, you had their tail. And then you could put a bow. You could put a bow in the front on their mane, and then a bow in the back on the top of their tail. Well, y'all, I was gone. I was just gone. I said, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. And I looked at the price tag, and I don't know, right now it'd probably be a decent price. But back in those days, it was cuckoo. And Mom looked at me and smiled, gave me the love look, like, girl, we got this. And she said, because, you know, I'm very vocal. I didn't just go, oh, that's cute. I was like, oh my goodness, have you ever seen? I was going on and on. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen. La, la, la. And Mom just, again, gives me the love look and looks at me like, lower your voice, Angel, you're a lady. She tried so hard to make me a lady in the sense of you don't speak loud, you don't laugh loud, you smile politely, but you don't show your gums. And y'all, I did all those things. I laughed too loud. I spoke too loud. When I smile, you can probably see, you know, nothing, probably my feelings and everything, you know. So, but she tried. I'll give her credit for that. But she didn't try to the point where, she, you know, she made me feel bad. But she just, you know, gave me my etiquette lessons. And I'm going, that's so cute. Oh, I just loved it. Mom was, again, gives you that look like, okay. And she thanked the lady. She appreciated her time. She might have gotten a tiny something from there, but I don't even remember her getting anything personally, okay? I'm putting this, I do love this from Dollar Tree. I have always liked it, and that hadn't gone away. So, right now, with these, I usually put extra glue on the back of these, but I'm going to put extra glue on the other side of them, if that makes any sense. Let's see, where's my, okay. And so then we left. And I was all pouty a little bit, but I understood. I really did, because, you know, I knew our financial situation. So, but you know what I mean. When you're young, you kind of, I really loved it. You know, that kind of thing. So, So in the car, Mama said, we're going to the fabric store. Well, I was like, yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, in my house, it was yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. Let me tell you that. There was no, yeah, no way. Oh, boy. No, no. So I was like, yes, ma'am. And, you know, I was a pretty good powder. So I don't know how pouty I was, but she said, honey, I'm going to make the skirt and you're going to draw the horses. And we're going to have fabric paint and we're going to do it ourselves. And I was like, really? And she was like, yes, honey. And it's even going to be cuter. Guess what? Not to brag on me or my mama. I'm not trying to brag. But it was just my family, and that's the reason I wore this. My family is always putting me in green, and Handsome likes me in green as well. His favorite's me in white, but he likes me in green. I've got green eyes, so they have a tendency to put me in green. So this was white with Kelly green. My horses were bows and stuff like that were in Kelly green, and I'm sure she got me or made me a green top to go with it. I bet you. I don't remember the top I wore with that. I just remember that skirt. And a lot of times, even in those times, when you wear something that is handmade, it's like, ew, instead of, wow, that is so cool. There will always be some of those, your fellow students, that say, that is so cool. I'm in home ec and I'm learning to sew and you know, I hope I sew like your mom one day, you know, that kind of stuff. So, but a lot of, I did have a few look at me like, ew, oh, look at that skirt. But I also had those who said, oh my gosh, and when I turned around, they said, you've got to be kidding. You know, there's the horse's butts. How cute is that? So, that's my skirt story. Now, if you know Southerners, you do realize that when we first tell that story, sometimes it gets more embellishments, just like what I'm making right now, the more you tell that story. But it doesn't mean that we're lying or anything. It means we just remember this one thing or what have you. So... But yeah, Mom was so sweet about that. And I might have told you too, one of my favorite swimsuits, now believe it or not, and that might have been late 60s on that, because I was young teen. Mama made, and when Mom said, you know, again, they're too expensive. And I did love to swim though, oh Lord of mercy. Handsome calls me a water baby because I don't ever want to get out. I'm like, let me stay. I'm happy where I am. No, seriously, I'm all shriveled up and everything, my fingers and everything else, and I just love to swim. And you know how my father taught me? And this is the truth. He threw me in the pool. Of course, it was the shallow part because I was a youngin'. And he threw me in the pool and said, swim. I was like, Daddy! You know, I was freaking out at first. And then I think I did something similar to a dog paddle, I think. And I was like, okay, I love this. All right, what did I just do? That's another reason you should put the liquid glue on there too, because just in case you went over a little too much. Okay. Do. And then I've already made the bow. And this ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. Now, do I want it like this or do I want it like this? Do I want it at the top? Do I want to be sassy on the side? See, I've been making bows, y'all, since I was, remember the bows I put on my horses? Since I was teens. Let me see here. And let's see, I want to see how this looks. If I do it like that. Is that cute? Yeah, I guess at the top. Or do I like it like that better? That. Okay. My bathing suit. And I think I've told this story too. Judy, honey, if I have, here we go again, darling. Let's see how well I embellish it this time. Oh, Lordy. It was a brassiere that she covered, okay? And then she came up with the bottom. This is all herself. There's no pattern or anything like that. The same with my skirt. Mom just did it. Of course, my mother had made a suit for my father when she was young, and when they were young, before the children came. So, I mean, that tells you something, doesn't it? No, I have never, ever made a suit. I enjoy sewing, but no, I've never done that. Okay. So, and this is Fabri-Tac, sorry, in case I didn't show that. Because when it comes to certain items, I just want Fabri-Tac on it. And the thing about Fabri-Tac is if it peeks out at all, which mine just did, you will see it because it does dry clear, but it dries glossy. So yeah, that's why I just did that. And I'm just cleaning this off in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So, okay, so the fabric, get this. They still make fabric like that, 100% cotton. And it's white with little tiny pink strawberries, okay? Now, not only did she make the top and the bottom had it was a two-piece, okay? And the bottom, she didn't want me in a bikini at the time. Bikini was really big. And she didn't want me in one, so it came right below my navel, okay? And then it had a skirt on it that wasn't ruffled, though. The skirt came down around, and then you didn't tie it in a bow. It flipped over, and she had, I don't know how to describe it, but so cute. And she had pink piping on the bottom and white eyelet. Oh, gorgeous. And guess what? This is, I can embellish it, Judy, because I don't know if I've told y'all before. She made a cover up to match. Now, I'm going to tell on myself, y'all. Now, when I first entered that pool, okay, which people couldn't have given a rat's hiney what I had on unless it was, you know, to make fun of, to be honest. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, like I said, we weren't rolling in the dough. But anyway, in that outfit, okay, with those, and I had little white sandals, probably a little white flip-flops. I know they were white sandals. And I've got a string on there. And here I am, walking for the first time, you know, once you've worn it a while. But for the first time with that cover up, my little white sandals, and because Mama probably would have wanted me to have the pink ones to bring out the piping and stuff. But here I am walking in. And y'all, I'm not usually this type of person, but I was just so proud to be seen in that outfit instead of being like, oh no, you know, I'm going to get made fun of again because it's handmade. I kind of had just the first time, y'all, but I kind of had an attitude, y'all. I'm not lying. Because I just thought it was the cutest thing ever, you know, besides my skirt. You know? But yeah, that's why I think, and I think I told you her mother, my maternal grandmother, is a knitter. And she would knit those, are they Scandinavian sweaters? The ones that's got even cable down the sleeves and all of these fancy ways of knitting all through it. I only know the basic stitch, by the way. And And I don't even know if it's called Stitch. Anyway, okay, we've done this one, and we've got one more, so I'm going to... And then the last one, Handsome liked these so much, he has actually claimed one of them already. And that's these guys. Okay, since it's springtime, look at all the spring flowers, you know. Well, not springtime yet. We got a couple of weeks, don't we? It's not official, but a lot of states are like, we're almost there. And, okay. So, and this is the last one we're going to do. And guess what, guys? There is one more, but I'll just show you what they look like. We're not going to have time to do it together, but I'll show you what they look like. These guys. This is done with the Martha Stewart punch. You get this little frame, you know what I mean? It'll give you that and the circle. And then you do it again. And this one, hopefully this is showing up. This is, whoops. This is with the little piggy. And that is a shaker. Because of this tool. And then here's the little cow. This is the calf. Baby pig and the calf. And then I used this Martha Stewart. This is Sugar Cube. This glitter. And I also pulled these glitters. If you're like me, when you go into a Ross, they have a very small section of crafts, but you can get fantastic deals there on crafting items. And I pulled these two. They came in a good sized box, and they have different sizes and shapes of glitter. But these inside of here are fun, very fun. So I pulled those, and I have the rabbit to do next. It was only, with these papers, it was only the rabbit and the baby pig and the baby rabbit and the little calf. So, also did those. But we're not going to have time today to get to that because this is going to take a while. Let me see, where's my stuff? Now, what did I do with that other stuff? Don't tell me. Oh, okay. So what I already did, as you saw, the papers that I had used before. So this is from that punch, from the EK Tools punch. And then this die cut, you all probably seen these probably everywhere. The little tiny doilies. You can get them on Amazon, but you can get them other places as well. And that's this one. And then this little trim I got was gifted to me by Trina from Trina's Place. Bless her heart. Oh my goodness, she spoiled us all so much. I'm going to do this just to show you all that this is a pocket. You know, it is. And I'm gonna put things in it, but the thing is, because I end up gluing things in there, you can, let me see, do I have, you can just put die cuts in there if you want, you know what I mean? Of your die cuts of, like, even these types of flowers and stuff. Well, they're so long, but you know what I mean, smaller ones. You could do die cuts in there. You could do, this is a little envelope. That's kind of big. If you did one of my tiny envelopes, remember I do the teeny tiny ones? Wouldn't it be cute to have like 5 of them, 3 on the front and 2 up there? Ephemera, anything that's small would be great in here. But I was like, you know how you do. you see something on YouTube and it's really darling, but you don't want to do it exactly like everybody else, like that person or anybody else, because that takes your creativity and smushes it. You know, you need, you know, I always say you do you and I'll do me. And I'm sure that they feel the same way. And so this is what I came up with when I was thinking, what should I do? So here is one of my die cuts, and I'm going to put this right in the middle. And what I do with this one, when it comes to adding a little bit of ink to it, I've got the Distress Ink in Lucky Clover. And what I do, hopefully you can see this, I will take a little piece of paper towel, and if you fold it over and you keep folding it like this, okay, where you've got a nice little point and it's pretty sturdy, you know, you can go ahead and kind of brush it on there, and then you can add, see how you can add your shading or even the veins. Let's say you just want to do the veins on yours. You can do that as well. I'm just shading my the bottom of my leaves. Okay. And I don't need to go all the way down because of the pocket. And yeah. And I also go just one side of the stem, or if you like the idea of the stem being a little bit darker, you can do that. And I've worked with pastels, doing artwork and everything with pastels since I was a teenager. And I learned to make these. It saves a whole lot of money if you make them yourself instead of buying them. So that's how I learned how to do that. But it works really well with you know, with your inks also. So let me see. Don't do the top part, okay? But I go ahead with my Barely Art Glue, and I go ahead and do this. You don't have to if you want to do one of these and gift a bunch of die cuts to a friend and friend mail. It's just another pocket. It's just another way of making a pocket, you know. Okay. And I'm going to put that right about there. There we go. All right. And we have this piece for over here. Oh boy. Sometimes I go ahead and cut this off if I think, or take it off. That's why I have a pile of those over there. And put it like so. But for this one being lighter, I think I'm just going to leave that one alone. And what have I got on the other side? Oh, I've got ivy, but it's out of the pearlized paper. So yeah, let me see. How far up are we going? So we're going way up and not so. Okay, yeah, we can do it like that. Yeah. All right. So Yeah, Handsome came in, and I was showing him. He said, I want one. And yes, do I get a kick out of that? Yes, I do. But if I'm showing him something and he says, I want one, and I need it for a journal, a specific journal, I'm not just doing ephemera, but I mean for a specific one. As you all know, I love to match. Oh boy, do I love to match. You think I might get that from my mama? Yes. Okay. And then could tear off. Could I? I might cut off that little, just that one. Maybe like so. Yeah. Okay. So that will be about like that. Okay. But when he came in and says, I want one, I get a kick out of that. I really do, because you saw, he even did a drawing for me, you know, at Valentine's Day. Now that was, I was like, whoa. He doesn't do that normally. I thought that was really cool. Maybe just a little bit here. I'm not sure. No, wasn't necessary. Do y'all like ivy? I do, and my father didn't. He told me it's just a weed. And I was like, well, that's a beautiful weed. He said, well, no, it grows all over everything, and it, you know, it sometimes chokes things out, and it's not good on the side of the house. And every time I'd see a house with ivy up the chimney and something, I'd say, that is so beautiful. And he'd be like, no, no. Yes, it is. Now, this is why I would say you do not need to do it as a pocket, because as you see, I glued those down, and now I'm going to glue these higher up, because at first I was going to glue them down, but I'm covering up my trims when I did that. So I was like, uh-oh, that's got to stop. Now, these flowers, this is Hobby Lobby. This is Joann Fabrics, by the way, all on sale. This one was Tuesday morning. Did I leave that out to show y'all? I don't think so. I will show you what I do to them. This is the same flower, only, you know, pulled up for dimension. And then I used, what is this called? Fossilized amber, okay, on there, which I did the same thing, but with a brush. Do I have my brush in here? Yes. I got out, excuse me, that fossilized amber, put it on it, and then I took my water, sprayed it so that it would tone it down some, you know, because if you're just putting it in the ink and putting the ink on there, it gets kind of bright. And then I took my heating tool and dried it off. So that one came out with the golden yellow, and then I did this one in, what is it called? Blue Ocean or something? Salty Ocean. And that's how it came out if you do it like that with the Salty Ocean. So you can't, I love getting white flowers because you can always dye them whatever color you want. Okay, so what I've been doing is first, how do I want that to sit? Maybe higher, or maybe the other way, not so high. and have that curl up. Maybe like that. Oh yeah, I used to love finding, but anyway, the Tuesday morning, you know how the date was always on the little price tag, and the date on that one was 2018. It's all about using your stash now. Again, I'm weird about the white ones, using the white ones, because I know that I can, you know, manipulate them to being the color I want, you know. I should have pulled that ivy up some more. Oh well, we get one little leaf. Next time, or I would advise you all, if you do the ivy, pull it up next time. Because we're only getting one leaf. I'll pull it down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I like because it has a rhinestone in the center and they put that little green there. I like that. And then, as you all know, if you've got double layer, you can give your flowers some dimension. This is something y'all already know. But by pulling them up like this. Also by squirting them with water and then scrunching them and everything like that too. But it just depends on where the glue is too, because you can see this petal doesn't want to come up like the other ones. Not as much. Okay. So we're going to put the white one here. Okay. Some of them, I just wanted them to stay white, you know, because I thought they were lovely. White flowers remind me of daisies and lilies and calla lilies. And remember, both my sister and my mother owned flower shops. They were both designers. And Mom co-owned. I gotta say that. She co-owned. Her boss, she worked with two other ladies, and her boss put it in his will. Let me see, did I go around this in the yellow? I don't know if I did. The boss willed it to them. Yeah, how cool was that? And they were working moms, and they all worked so hard. And it was very successful, actually, because they were all very talented ladies. I don't know how many years they had it before they were like, no, I need to see my kids more, you know? It's pretty cool. One time I remember my sister and I going there. My older sister, God rest her soul, 4 years older. She was one of those who could watch somebody do it and then do it, you know. Very, very talented woman. Very artistic. Now, where do I want this? After I did this, I'm not sure where I want it. Let me see. Do I have any other ones here? Yes, I do. I want this one, the darker pink here. And I want this one here, I think. Now, let me stop for a second to show you. Remember when I talked about using your stylus and something nice and soft? I don't know if you can hear me. Let me speak up some because my back's turned. I'm trying to get this. I had something on it. This is, it's too shiny.